Hi guys, this is the second video in this Buckroger Starfighter build. And you know what's really stupid? At least the web browsers that I have used, like Firefox and Chrome and such, the word Starfighter isn't in the dictionary. I find that kind of offensive. So, as I left off before, alright, one of the problems with getting this to work is that this is going to just kind of bump here. This back part of the window needs to be removed, and you're not even going to see it. Like, none of this is actually going to be visible, so who cares? In which case, I will be busy cutting this off here. Alright, so yeah, that in the back needs to be totally cut off, and I suppose a good way to take care of this is I'm going to use my rotary tool here, and this is going to cut it off, hopefully. And I need to get my eye protection, right? Because reasons. Eyeball reasons, perhaps. And what do I have for that? There we go. Alright, I got my goggles here. Alright. I don't know if I should put on a mask or not. Let's just see how this goes. So, yeah, as I said, it doesn't need to be pretty. That needs to be... There we go. That's not moving around so much anymore. Okay, I can smell the melting plastic. You gonna come off now? There we go. I don't think I need to get the rest of this off, but I don't think it needs to be really pretty. There we go. Yeah, I think I could always just sand this down if I want to. Alright. Now, let's get this tape back into play here. Oh. Okay, so that's just going to line up like that. There we go. There we go. And I think this is going to work now. I do believe this is going to work. Okay. Alright, so let me take these goggles off here. Alright, so the shape isn't a total perfect match. But let's see here. I think since it's going to be kind of dark inside, I don't think it's going to matter. But yeah, that's what did the trick. Alright, because we got this stuff back here, which isn't even going to be visible, really. Yeah, it's no longer impeding. Well, actually, it kind of is. Right? I mean, if this is going to be... let me see here. So whatever this is... Yeah, I don't think it's going to be that's visible anyway, so let's just go ahead, see if I can shave off a little bit here. This detail will not be seen. Oh! I think that did it. Alright, it's a lot closer, I think, at least. I like that. I do like that. Getting a lot closer. What I suppose I could do is put some plot plate along the edge here, maybe? And that would kind of block it off even further. I'm not sure. I'll have to think about this. What I could do is I could probably get started with painting, I suppose. And I was thinking about this thing in the back here. You know, this fits like so. And if I could just attach this with magnets, I could maybe hide a switch here. And then just have this remagnetized to fit back. I don't know. I tried cutting this a little bit closer. Just to kind of clean it off a little bit. And when I was holding it like this, it snapped. So now I got this crack here. I tried to do what I could, but you know, I thought maybe if I put some liquid UV resin in there, it might kind of make it disappear. That is just not the case. I went ahead and picked up this plot plate by Tamiya. Now this is marketed for children to make the little, what do you call them, shrinky dinks or whatever. Put them in the oven. And, you know, you can make stuff. My daughter's messed around with this stuff as well. It's basically just plot plate, so let's take a look at what we can do maybe. So, yeah, so Ted, the 3D printer guy, I will leave his email in the description of this video, because I know some people might be interested in hiring his 3D printing services. He says this is kind of like a little bit too thick. You don't even really need to use that. Let's pull out one of these sheets here. This is pretty thin. Alright, here we go. Alright, so this is extremely clear. It's really nice, actually, because this is a little bit distorted looking, actually. I'm just looking at it right now, like the way that the lines show up through there, but here this is like super clear. Maybe this might be a blessing in disguise, actually. So what I could do is just cut these segments like so on either side here, for example, and then just have like little segments here and so, and then see what I can do with this. Well, I'm gonna look at this later. I'm gonna move on to some other stuff though, but this is probably gonna be my plan going forward. This is really nice and clear. There's this little section here on the front here that is it's inaccurate. I am going to clip this guy off. This is actually not how it's supposed to look. Let's just see if I can get this a little bit closer. Closer! Closer! And there we go. So, golly, like, as of right now, I think the first video in this series is like something like 3,000 views on it so far. It's like, dude, what the heck? I'm just really surprised. Very surprised, especially considering that Normally I'm in the YouTube doghouse. Alright, YouTube doesn't like me very much. So, here we go. It's just gonna, yeah, you know, reasons. Where is it? There we go. I'll file it down this way, perhaps. Yeah, this needs to become ensmoothinated. That's a word I just made up. You know, hold on a second. Hold on. Maybe I can kind of just slice some of this off here with my penknife.
Take my penknife, my good man.
Don't want to gouge though. That would not be good. You know, golly, this is what should I use to do this? I could get my little chisel, actually. I could do that. But again, I don't want to gouge. Alright. I think that mostly took care of that. However, it still remains here that this needs to go. Alright, tell you what, I'm going to get my... Oh wait, here. I already have that. I got this. Alright, so this is my chisel. Oh, you know, I need to replace the head though. This head is a bit too small. I was doing the Star Trek model with this guy, so let me engrabinate the... There we go. Yeah, so this is my God Hand bit blade. Just put this back into here, like so. Alright. So there's actually like a pipe kind of a thing going on here. The 1/1 scale prop that the actors use, not the filming miniature, but the actual big one. There's actually two pipes, but it would seem that the filming miniature has just one pipe in the middle, so there is a discrepancy. I think I'll just go with what we've got in the life-size prop. Go with two of these guys. So I don't know, they're supposed to be guns or ram scoops, or I don't know what they are. But this is kind of go goodbye. Totally goodbye. Just carve this out completely. Alright, so what I'm going to do, this is Kotobukiya Modeling Support Goods, MSG, plow unit, mobile pipe. And my idea is gonna get these two smallest ones, because I already have this exact item, but I've already used up all the tiny ones. I'm going to see if this is going to fit. You know, actually this might be slightly too big. I'm actually surprised. So this is 2.5 millimeter. If I could just chop this off here. And then this could afford to let me get closer. Closer? Closer! Sorry, I'll stop that. And let me see here. This is maybe slightly too big. Ah, look at that. I don't know if I can fit two of these guys on there. Slightly too big. I'm gonna see what I can come up with. For now, I'm going to work on this and flattenate it. Boy, I am good at coming up with stupid words, aren't I? So yeah, 3,000 views. It's like, what the heck? The YouTube algorithm, you know, it's put me in the recommendations somehow. Now I've got like all these people watching my channel, which is weird because like normally, you know, I just build obscure Japanese model kits. So, I might be a bit disappointing. If you're new to the channel, welcome, I guess. But yeah, I like Macross. I do a lot of like video game related model kits. So if you're into that, then you know, stick around and subscribe if you'd like. So it's looking pretty nice. I'll get some sandpaper and just kind of sand that down a little bit. Okay. This needs to be flattened. Let me take care of that. Here. There. And a little bit of masking, or sorry, masking, sandpaper here. Let me get this a little bit closer here. There. Hopefully this will do it. Okay. Okay, so this will hopefully get in here and flatten that down. So I have an idea of what I can maybe do for this detail here. This looks like it's pretty good here. All right. Let me just see how the light hits this. Alright, that should do it. Okay, so from the old Legacy F-15J Eagle kit by Hasegawa, I just have a second kit, just because this kit was so cheap, and when I made a mistake, it was just easier just to go to the hobby shop and buy a replacement rather than to send away for parts on such a cheap kit. This is the, I believe it's the canopy raising thingy. Okay, I'm gonna cut this like that, and then cut here. Alright, let's see how this looks. Let's see how this looks. I'm going to use my little Hasegawa grabby tool here. And gravinate this. might work. I only have one of these things, to the best of my knowledge. So I will just do one instead of two, like I was thinking. I just don't have any sort of pipe or anything like that to make it a closer to the studio, or sorry, not the studio, but the full size prop. Okay, so this is gonna go here. Oh, I think this might work actually. This might work. Okay. Alright, I need to get some glue. Alright, here we go. Oh, piss. I just dropped it on the floor. That's a super tiny piece now. Crap. It wasn't so hard to find, actually. I just kind of felt it with my foot. I just felt it against my sock when I stepped. Okay, so please hold. Operators are standing by. Okay. Oh, get all the way out. The brush fell off. There. No! Son of a motherless goat. There. No. Stop sticking to metal. This plastic glue is supposed to work on plastic only, okay? Golly. Now why did this thing fall off, man? That sucks. Everything sucks right now. I don't like stuff. Oh, great. That took a while to pop off. There we go. Come on, jerk ass. There. Don't do that again, man. Alright, let's try this again. There. Now just make sure that this is lined up. And it's not. Alright. I think now it is. Alright, I think I did it. Wait, where's my... There we go. Yeah, I think that did it. Okay. Let me get my optimizers and look close. Ooh, I do like that detail. That looks nice, guys. Okay, I'm satisfied with how that looks. Now, I just need to get in close a little bit. Cut off a little bit of excess crap here. And I think I'm done. It's just like where the plastic melted. Just a little bit too much. Alright, got some new detail there now. That looks pretty good. I am drilling out the guns. I'm not sure if I'm going to eventually just cut these out and replace them with pipes, metal pipes. But at least these have molded detail. The ones on the sides, however, are they're just not there. You know, they didn't have slide molding back then, right? So you're not going to get that detail properly. Now I went ahead and gave this a shot here, carving out a hole here, because that's, you know, the guns are on the left and right and top and bottom, right? I haven't begun drilling those out yet. Well, so anyhow, what I'm going to do, I got this, kind of cut this here, cut this here, and cut this here. I kind of want to be careful. I don't want to stress the plastic, but there we go. Okay. Okay, I will cut this out on this side as well. Cut this out here. Okay. Now if I can maybe cut. Oh, hold on. I'll use my blade here. My bit blade. There, that's better. There. And if I can cut this off, I can make way. Now, I thought it'd be really easy to find this stuff, but I can't really. So now this is a 3mm. This is too big, but Wave makes, they're supposed to make these C pipes. Can't find them anywhere. This is 3mm. What the next one down I have is 2.5. This needs to be 2mm, however, and it's just not gonna happen. I just don't. I can't find these for sale anywhere, unless I hit up some local hobby shop and they just happen to still have them or something. That'll be my only luck. So, forgetting about the whole, you know, brand name, I went to Rakuten and I found, I think they're called Altex or something like that, or well, I forget the name of the company, but they sell these I guess it's copper pipes in many diameters. So I will receive that maybe, hopefully by within the week. I don't know, we shall see. But in theory, all right, let me get my little file here. Yeah, in theory, this should make way for a copper pipe to fit into here. I think, however, I need to probably file it on the inside here a little bit more to make room for that. But I think this should work. This should work. And I'll have to do this for the bottom side as well, of course. Alright, cut this here. Cut this here. And then cut that. There. Alright, I showed this earlier. Let's take a look at what we can do in order to kind of cut this to size here. Okay, so got this like so. Is this on camera? Yeah, okay. Gonna just cut this like so. Oh, butt stain. Where am I going here? Here we go. Okay. Dang it. This is not easy. How am I supposed to do this here? Crap, Patronic. Alright, this is, I'm sure there's gonna be like a really easy way of doing this, but I don't know how to do it, so I'm just gonna make a fool of myself. Alright, but I think that should probably do it. Okay. Oops. Where'd the cap go? Oh, here we go. You're in New York, but I'm not. You're in Tokyo, but I'm not. You're in Nova Scotia, but I'm not. Yeah, you're everywhere that I'm not. You're on Tatooine, but I'm not. You're on Coruscant, but I'm not. You're on Alderaan, but I'm not. Yeah. You're everywhere that I'm not. And now you're dead. Alright. That did it, I suppose. And since this is so thin, this is actually pretty easy to cut, actually. Yeah. Alright. Here we go. Let's have a look. You know, people say, let's have a look-see, right? I don't think, what is that? I don't understand what that means. I mean, I understand what it means, but I never incorporated that into my vocabulary. And, well, this is why I'm no good. I cut it too short, I think. I mean, well, it's doable, but I want it to have more of an overhang. so maybe I might want to redo this. Yeah, I think yeah, maybe I can salvage this. More or less, I think it's okay. And of course, I'm not going to attach this just yet. I'm going to do that later. I need to figure out like what kind of interior colors I'm going to be doing the inside of this. For the main hull, I'm going to go probably with off-white. I mean, that's already pretty close. The prop, like the 1/1 scale prop in the show is kind of like a beige color. I don't know, I might do this off-white, and then for the other, I might do, this is Mr. Color 311, which is, I think, camouflage gray. I'll probably do those two colors together. I mean, they're already, like, really close, I think. So, I might I might choose something darker. I don't know. The first thing I was thinking of doing is maybe, light blue. That might be kind of cool, actually. I might do that. Something like really subtle, because I don't want it to like be really dark. Where did that clear part go? It's so clear I lost it. Oh, here it is. It's right here. Oh my gosh, it's so clear. It is so clear. And I like that. Alright, I think this might be doable. I forgot I had this. This is, I think God Hand sells this. This is like a plastic plate, plow plate scissors. It makes it a lot easier than using a hobby knife and such. Well, I got this pretty much. I don't think it's gonna look really perfectly beautiful. But it's going to be all on the inside, so maybe it won't even be that necessarily visible, so maybe I don't need to care. What I want to do, though, is, like, already this stuff is, like, really showing fingerprints. That's not good. That's completely not good. So, what I think I'm going to try to do, just on the very corners and such, wait, is that, oh yeah, that's more than enough to work with. Okay. Yeah, because I don't want to make it just like it just fits perfectly, because it has to, you know, be glued around the edge, right? Alright, so what I'm going to do. What I shall do. My future's so bright. I've got to wear shades. Gotta dip this in future. Dip. Shabba-dabba-ding-dong. And let me get a tissue. Oh wait, I got a tissue from before. Here we go. Dipping this in clear acrylic future is going to prevent fingerprints from showing up. Hopefully this is gonna dry nice and evenly. And yeah, it's gonna prevent the fingerprints from showing up. Tunneled that out, and if I put this console here, it should glow, at least in the middle. The side ones I'll have to figure something out, but the middle The little monitors and the buttons and stuff should probably work, I think. If I mask them off and get them to line up properly, it should hopefully work. Yeah. Might need to take off a bit more off the top here, though. Okay, I replaced the head. I think this is gonna work better. Oh yes. Okay. I'll keep working on it, but this is looking pretty good so far. Alright, this is a bit primitive, but what I've done is I incorporated a 3528 warm white SMD into the hole here. Alright, so the clear piece goes here. Okay. And, oh, that's right, I'm going to have to get some LEDs for Tweaky as well. I kind of forgot about him. Oops. Let me put this back in position here. There. Okay. And I have two flickering LEDs. These are going to be for the engines. And I've got these flashing LEDs, yellow LEDs. And these are going to be for the guns, but I'm not quite sure if I want to do that or not. So they blink out of unison, and in the show the guns are always firing at the same time, right? So I don't know. I was thinking about using fiber optics, but I don't know if I can use fiber optics for like all 8 fibers. That's something I'll have to think about. And of course, also though, I just realized I need to get some SMDs for Tweaky. So yeah, I'll do that next, I guess. In the meantime though, I think this video has gone on long enough. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. So until then, live long and prosper, and may the force be with you, and so long. Thanks for